Alright, this will be my very first, deck profile. Figured I'd make some content because, hey, I'm working all week and just time is hard. And I promise most of you guys I'll be doing a video this week, so this is my only chance to do it. This is just Xenoblade. I figured it'd be a great intro, so just move on straight to the deck. Alright, so this is a tour guide agents which I've currently built. Pretty much not really tested, it's basically built from research and that, and hopefully this deck will run well, but there's some tweaks I want to do beforehand, so we'll just get on to it. So you got 3 Master Hyperions, obvious choice, it's an amazing card. Blackluster Soldier, this is Tour Guide Agents, you got the Darks for it, as you can see next over. 2 Ultimate Trugs, because hey, he's a wall that the deck probably needs. The ability to steal monsters, it's pretty easy to abuse considering how many level 8 monsters you have to steal their Blacklusters, Judgment Dragons and so forth, and makes the seats, pretty easy. This is kind of shameful. This is 2 super rare Archlord Christias. The reason I have super rares is because basically this was not going to be a serious deck of mine. I'm probably not even using it as my main deck for this format, but it's strong, so why not? And this card is a bitch. It wins games by itself. Secret rare Honest. I don't like ghost rare cards, and yeah, just got secret rare one instead. You got 3 Earths and 3 Venus with the 3 Mystic Shine Balls, because I find that 3 what I feel is better than 2, especially with Herald of the Orange Light. And Earth's just amazing, exceeds and everything, exceeds, turns, everything. I mean, you just have to have those cards. 2 Gen X Ally Birdman. They're really nice, I like them, but I might change it to 1. I feel that 2 maybe is too much of a good thing. 3 Tour Guides, pretty much the whole reason I'm building this deck. Does amazing stuff, goes with the Sanguine, just got to run them both. It adds the consistency of the deck, and not much I can say, it's just an amazing card that helps you win. The Gauze, 2 Herald of the Orange Light. That's pretty much all for the monsters. This monster will be tweaked a little bit, but as you can see, this is basically what I'm trying to go for here. 2 Poldrellis and 2 Gold Sarcophagus. The thing about this is, for some reason, I'm uncomfortable about running 2 of each. I found that I like Gold Sarcophagus, I like Duality, so I may run both or may stick with one or the other, depends on which one's better. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. 3 was actually really good. I find that I like to make sure my Venus plays go by without a hitch, so I might go back to 3 of this. Mind Control, amazing stuff, it's a beautiful card, I love it. Ultra Rare Dark Hole, not that I'm bragging or anything, it's gotta run it, same as the Reborn, Heavy Storm, just a staple cards. Same with Solomon Judgment, gotta get those players going. Summon Warnings, 2 Ultra Rares, very shameful. Super Rare Trap Dust Shoot, Mirror Force, and Torrential. And then over here, got your extra deck. You got your 2 Gachis. At first I was all for the 1 because I thought that maybe you wouldn't be able to bring out 2, but I was proven wrong. You can bring out 2 in this deck, and it's a beautiful thing when it happens. Levia Ultimate, it's probably what my favorite. I reckon it'll be my favorite Exceed monster. Does great stuff. Levia Dragon. It was abusive when Tour Guide had the old ruling, the first TCG ruling, which really abuses Sanguine, but still good. Armory Arm, deck's gotta have it. Can be really powerful, especially with Blackluster. That's just bullshit in the bag. Basically staple stuff like Ally of Justice Catasta, gotta have that. Magical Android, 24 attacker, and the life steal is pretty good for this deck, which I find. I mean, the life gain, sorry. Hyper Librarian, even though the deck doesn't really synchro that great deal, even with Allied Birdman, I find that, hey, against Tengu Synchro decks and whatnot, this could stop them from doing their important plays, or make them hesitate at least. Obviously, you gotta have that card in. You got Dynamite. Basically, this is a tribute to a dear friend of mine who won nationals in Australia. he was a big fan of Gaia, especially Swift Gaia, so I had to keep this guy in. 26 attack, runs over Stardust and whatnot. And hey, Stardust, Starlight Road, why not? Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Sanctuary, Sacred, sorry, dude. I've seen a lot of agent decks around us, so I just throw it in to see what the results was, and I haven't really tested this deck out much. I used old agents, you know, when it first came out. Never really seemed to find a use for it, so go to play test it more. Scrap Dragon, why not? Gotta have it in. Stardust Dragon and Trishula, amazing cards. And that's basically for the deck and the extra deck. I'll go over my side deck. Basically, we've got here. This is really quickly built, still working on it. Basically, you got your 3 Thunder Kings. I find that at first I thought in the beginning of the format they were not very good, but they're actually really good. Like stops TGs, stops searches, special summons, and all that. As long as you know your rule links, like I didn't for a little while. But probably cut it down to 2. But hey, they're good for mirror matches, TGs, a lot of decks, and yeah. Then you got 2 Doom Calibers. I think these will be very useful in the next tournament I play it. Basically, what I find is that because it's good against mirror matches, like stops Venus plays, stop Earth plays, and stuff like that. As long as other matchups, like maybe I'll see some Gladiator Beasts, some Rogue decks. Overall, I think it'd be very handy. 3 DD Crows. I'm starting to think that maybe this would be overkill, so I might cut it to 2. Because I'm trying to add in 3 Roll Decrees, which I'm just seeing a lot of TG decks in my meta here, so Roll Decree might be handy. And I might see some Gladiator Beast, who knows. So, but still, DD Crows are very powerful cards. Good for Rogue decks, good for keeping a lookout against, what do you call it? Archlord summons and whatnot. Basically, I just find this card useful, especially in matchups, especially against Rogue decks, because I don't want that Dark Helmet Dragon being a little bitch to me. Not Dark Helmet, I mean, what do you call it? Red Eyes Dark Helmet Dragon. Mystical Space Typhoon. This will most probably go back to the deck, because when I ran 3 of those, I'm never a big fan of 3 in main deck, but for this particular deck, I feel that maybe it's good to have one of those in there. Smashing Grounds. The reason I like to include 2 in here is because basically mirror matches like Archlord. Archlord is summoned, I can't do shit. What other decks? Can't think of any on the top of my head. I had like a whole bunch of reasons, but hey, it's like 4:30 in the morning, so fuck you guys. Line Imprisoning Mirrors. This is basically something that's untested, just, you know, Furio. Basically, you know, against Light Swans and what do you call it, 8 mirror matches and that. I don't know, fuck, I didn't barely read this piece of shit. But pretty much it's for certain matchups. And you got 2 Mind Crushers as well. These were the last 2. This made up to 15. Basically, these are powerful cards, although one of them is as common and one's super rare, so the common one's pretty shameful. Pretty much, you know, mirror matches and matchups where you know you're gonna have, where your opponent's gonna have in their hand, like let's say Light Sworn, Monster Reincarnations. But really, it's amazing, especially against like E-heroes when they go E-call, stuff like that, or your X-Sabers. Overall, powerful card. I like to include it. If there's anything I'll do to this deck, obviously 3 mystical Space Typhoons. But monster board, not much change. I replaced 1 allied Birdman of something, I haven't decided. This deck did have 2 Effect Valors with 2 Herald of Orange Light, and a lot of people disagree with me, but I felt that it would be really good against, you know, opposing mirror matches and that. But as I found out visiting Infinity Games, well, it dawned me that not many people have tour guides. Not many people run tour guide agents, so it might have been a bit overkill. I might run 3 Herald of Orange Light but unless I start to see a lot of tour guides and stuff like that, which tour guides are very important. If I start to see a lot of tour guide agent decks and certain other decks, I'll probably go back to 2 orange lights and 2 effect veilers. I did test 2 heralds and 1 effect veiler. It's pretty good. And yeah, I was gonna mess around with this and try and put in 3 roll decrees, because hey, roll decrees. A lot of TG decks, I feel that although I'm against running certain some cards for one deck opposed to cards that serve multiple purposes, if TG is big, why not? Anyways, that's my tour guide agent deck. It's not my main deck, but I'm going to be using it a fair bit to get the experience, as I sort of saw what's going to be my main deck for the format, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh yeah, this is also my new map. Just move all these pieces of shit cards around. It's a sexy map. Truly sexy. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and good night.